Hi, and welcome to Geeks for Geeks. Today, we would be discussing yesterday's problem of the day, that is balance string. So, let me just share my screen. Okay, let me see how many. Hi, Nekaj. Hi, Rishit. Okay, so this is the question. Basically, this is a question where 90% of the problem is do what is said, and 10% of the problem is a logic based solution. So just read the problem in 30 seconds. Okay, let me just till then read the chats and see. Implementation problem. Yes, a kind of implementation problem. Okay, so now I would tell you what this problem is all about. Okay. Let us divide this. Okay, let us first do this and then we would do that. Okay, fair enough. So now, in this problem, we are told that we are given an integer and a string which contains only lowercase characters. Okay, so basically you are just given a integer n and you need to produce a string which contains of only lowercase characters, that is from a to z, with the given rules. So now when n is even, this means that suppose the number is 4. Okay, then you need to use n by 2 characters from the beginning of a to z. So beginning of a to z means what? Beginning of n by 2, that means 4 by 2 is equals to 2. Okay, so now a to z, that means a b c d. Okay, and n by 2 is equals to, that means just ab, sorry, ab. So we need to take n by 2 and then n by 2 characters from the ending of az. Ending of az means what? Y and Z, two characters from the last. And this is a small point which has not been mentioned, that first we would use the first characters and then the ending characters, and it needs to be appended like this. That means X and Y. Okay. Then if the number is greater than 26, that means we need to continue doing this operation until the length of the string becomes n. Or suppose the length of the string is 26, then we need to have the first 13 characters and the last 13 characters. So basically we need to have from a to z. To be honest, this statement drives us to the solution. Okay, this statement itself provides us with a solution, that yes, if the numbers are from 1 to 26, then from 1a to middle of z, that would be something like suppose p, then from p to z, so it would be like this only. Okay, what I meant to say is that suppose we have only a b c d, and I say that first two characters from a b c d, that is ab, and last two characters from a b c d, that is c d. So basically we have the whole string itself. So if we have 26 characters, same way, if we have 26 characters and we are told first 13 characters and then last 13 characters, so basically we need to have just a to z, all the 26 alphabets that is needed. Okay, simple enough. Okay, I should say fair enough. Okay, so now the next one. Am I clear with the first one or not? Give me a quick one in the chat. Just give me a quick one. Okay, in okay. Just give me a quick one. Okay, so Yash Dwivedi is sitting in my room itself and then giving me a one. Okay, Let's move forward. All right. Yeah, the next one. So the next one is a little bit tricky if you see in the first place. But if you just try to do it on a pen and paper, then it is damn easy. Okay. Now let us see. So now it is told that if the sum of the digits n is even, then we need to select n plus 1 characters divide by 2 characters from the a to z, and n minus 2 divide by 2 characters from the ending of a to z. This just means that suppose a odd number, okay, suppose 5. So this means that n plus 1 by 2. Let me just tell you what is meant by n plus 1 by 2. This is meant by seal value. Okay, so if you want to get the seal value after dividing by 2, then you do n plus 1 divided by 2. And if you want to get the floor value, then you do this. What I meant by this is, suppose we have 5 by 2. Okay, so if we do 5 plus 1 by 2, that would be what? That would be 3, which is a seal value. And if I do 5 minus 1 by 2, that would be 4 by 2 is equals to 2. That is a floor value. 2.5. Basically, the answer is 2.5. But if we want the seal value, then we are just adding 1. If we want the floor value, we are just subtracting 1. So this is the significance. The significance is not at all required. But this is a small trick in programming that comes very handy when you want to find the seal value or the floor value. Okay, so just understand this. What is the hidden meaning of this? So basically, it is trying to tell us that suppose a odd number, okay, a odd number. So odd number, when it would be divided by 2, then it would be made of two numbers, that is even and odd. Okay, so basically this would be catered by this. Suppose we have 5. Okay, so 5 divided by 2, 5 divided by 2, and 5 divided by 2. This is what is asking from the beginning. This is from the beginning, and this is from the end itself. Okay, from the beginning and from the end. So here, this side, okay, so sorry for the interruption. So basically, from this side, if we have like this, like 5 divided by 2 from the beginning, so basically it is asking us that we have the seal value, that means 3, and the floor value, okay, which is just 2, which would be the number itself. So here also, if you see, and here this side, it would be 2 plus 3. Here it is again asking floor value, and this is again asking seal value. So basically the floor value plus seal value when divided by 2, if the number is odd, then it becomes itself. That is why we can again say that if the number is odd, then 3 plus 2, 2 plus 3. So if the number is again more than 26, suppose if the number is 26, then the number would be 26 divided by 2, 26 divided by 2. Floor value would be 13, seal value would also be 13. So 13 plus 13, again the same number. So if the number is 26, then what we do is we just add the values. Okay, and if the number is even, so basically what we are told is that if the number is more than 26, basically add a to z, and the leftover values leftover we need to process. Okay, we just need to process this. Okay, this is the small thing that you need to understand. So what you need to do is, leftover is what? Leftover is nothing but the remainder. Okay, and if the number, so basically you just have a to z. Okay, you add it multiple number of times, whatever times it is necessary, and the remainder that is left, we need to do what is said. Okay, do what is said there. Okay, I should be clear with this. Can we move to the implementation or not? Give me a quick one if we can move to the implementation. So basically what happened was, so due to the electricity cut off, Yash came to my face and he lit up his flashlight of his phone. Okay, just give me a quick one in the chat if I'm clear enough. Can we move to the implementation or not? Just give me a quick one. Could you take one more example dry run? Yes, absolutely, not an issue. Okay, so I will just show you what, like n is equals to 5 now. So let us say for n is equals to 5. So if the number is, so let us do for both. Okay, so when the number is n is equals to 5. Okay, so sum of the digits, if the sum of the digits is even, then this. So 5 is not even sum of the digits, so this one. So basically it is asking us that it is what? Floor value. Floor value would be 2 and seal value would be 3. So basically it is asking A and B. Okay, and this is asking X, Y, and Z, the last three values. Okay, then the answer would be A, B, X, Y, Z itself. Okay, am I clear? Okay, now just see when the number is even. So basically number is even is catered, no? Yeah, number is even is catered, number is odd is catered. Now let us see when the number, when the sum of the digit is even. Sum of the digit is even. That means let's take a sum of the digits as 22. No, 22 would be very long. So let's take 11. 11 is odd as well as the sum of the digit is even. So we just take 11 plus 1 by 2. Okay. 11 plus 1 divided by 2. So basically it is asking us the seal value. So seal value would be 6 and the floor value would be 5. Okay, so basically first six characters, so A, B, C, D, E, and then F, and the last X, Y, Z. Okay, uh, okay, fair enough. Just add one more character over here. Okay, and this is fine. So basically you need to do this. Okay, and if the number is more than 26, then it is fine. The number is more than 26. That means 26 would be this even. First 13 characters plus last 13 characters, which would be the whole 26 characters. Okay, now am I clear with the dry run or not? Just give me a quick one. Just give me a quick one if I'm clear. If the number is even, then both side start an equal number of characters. Yes, absolutely. Yes, yes, absolutely. Now let us move forward to the implementation. Okay. No. So basically, what we would be doing is we would be writing here. So I would be doing a lowercase n so that I don't need to type much. Okay. So now we have a string of answer like this. Okay, and then we have a string full. So basically this full would store the full a b c d till z itself. Okay, and we would add a to z multiple number of times. Okay, so then you can just use auto. Okay, so you can use character. Okay, let's use character, but you can also use auto for your convenience. Okay, so for character c is equals to the character a. Okay, as well as you can use 0 till less than 26. Either of the way is fine, and c is less than equal to the value z. Okay, and c plus plus, and then it would be full plus equals to the value c itself. Okay, then we go down and then we find out how many times the a to z is required. That is n divided by 26. So basically if you do the general n divided by 26, it would give you the floor value of it, that is the integer division of it. Okay, so n by 26. Suppose the number is 27. 27 by 26 would be just 1. 28 by 26 would be just 1. 29 by 26 would be just 1. Okay, so this is known as integer division. And then we found out how many remainders are remaining. Okay, like what are the elements we need to process. Okay, and then we would also initialize the value I. And then I would say while a minus minus, that how many times a is there, or what you can do is while I is equal to 0, I is less than a, and I plus plus, either way of them is fine. And then we would just add the full a to z multiple number of times. Fair enough. Now the first condition, if n is even, what to do if n is even? So we take n by 2 characters from the front. Okay, n by 2 characters from the front. So basically not n by 2, we have the leftover characters to process, that is b by 2. Okay, here n by 2 is replaced by b by 2. So basically this would be just n. Okay, now I is equals to 0, I is less than b divided by 2, and I plus plus. Okay, and this was what I was talking about, I is equals to 0, I is less than 26. This is what, so basically what we would do is, this is ASCII code. Okay, 0 is ASCII code. So basically what we can do is 0. Okay, answer plus is equals to character a plus 0. Okay, character a plus I. So character a plus 0 would be a, character a plus 1 would be b, character a plus 2 would be c, character a plus 3 would be 4. Why? Because the ASCII values are like that. So we can say that a is equals to 97, then b is equals to 98. So basically b is equals to a plus 1. Okay, this is what we are talking about. Okay, just a sec. Am I still? Yeah, just a sec. Okay, yes, good enough. Okay, yes, I am audible. Okay. So now what we would do is, we would just have a plus I, answer plus is equals to a plus I. Then we would start iterating from z minus something, like suppose this is a, b, c, d. Okay, you can't see this now, wait a sec. So I would just type this. Okay. Okay, suppose this is a, b, c, d. So I need the last two character. That means I would start from c and then I would go to cd. Okay, so basically we need to start from c. This is what we need to do. So what we would do is, I is equals to 26 minus b divided by 2. Okay, and I is less than 26. We would go till the value z, and I plus plus, and the same one would be answer plus is equals to a, character a plus I itself. Okay. Mm, yes, character a plus, if I is equals to equal. Okay, so we are not having this condition. So if n modulo 2 is equals to 0. So this was the condition when e is n is even itself. Okay, and this would be there. So am I clear till this point? Like if n is even, then we would have this. Okay. Then we would simply have this. And then we would talk about the case when it is the else condition. So can I have a quick yes or no in the chat? Just give me a quick yes or no. Give me a quick yes or no in the chat. Nakaj, Rishit. Okay, you are clear till this point. Okay, now the condition when n is odd itself. So we would first have sum of digits SOD is equals to 0. And then we would simply have a temp which would store the original value. Because basically what we would be doing is how we would be finding out the values of, suppose we have 112. Okay, 112. So if we want to find the digits, then how do we find it? We find it modulo 10. Okay, that would give me 2. Okay, then we would divide it by 2. 112 divide by 10. Doing the integer division would make it 1 1. Okay, then again 1 1 modulo 10 will be again equal to 1. Okay, then again 1 1 divide by 10 will be equal to just 1. And then again 1 modulo 10 would be just equal to 1. And then again 1 divide by 10 will be equal to 0. So basically we just do integer division and to find, so basically we have a way to find the last character in a number. How? Modulo 10. So then we divide it by 10. So the whole number shifts to the last. Then again modulo 10, we take out the last number. Then again we do shifting. So the last number itself. Okay, basically this is it. So this is how we find the sum of the digits. So now to find the sum of the digits, we would say that while the number temp is greater than 0, while the number temp is greater than 0, then SOD plus equals to the value that is temp modulo 10. So basically we find the last character. Then we move the whole string next time. To move the whole string next time, we do temp divide by equal to 10 itself. Okay. Now we would say that if sum of the digits is sum of the digits is even, that means it is equal to 0. On dividing it, the remainder is 0. Then it is even. Then what we would do, we would go from for, so we would just copy this condition. Okay, so we would start from 0 and I is less than b plus 1 divided by 2, b plus 1 divided by 2 and I plus plus. Okay, we have this. Next we have this condition. So we have this 26 subtract by b by 2, the bottom one, and then I plus plus. The same condition would occur. And if this is odd, then just this would go up and down. Okay, so now b plus 1 would be here and b would be here. Okay, so now b would be here. Okay, b would be here and then b plus 1 would be at the bottom. Okay, so we will just copy this condition. Okay, and this would be b plus 1. Okay, and then I is less than and I plus plus, and this is fine. After all this, we would return the answer itself. So let me see how many errors I'm making, because this is a great implementation problem, to be honest. Okay, so let me just see. Okay, we have the correct answer as of now. Let me just submit and see. Okay, we got the correct answer up till now. Okay, so this was it. So just see it. Basically, these two are the only for loops we are doing. All these for loops are just a replica of these all for loops. This is finding out the sum of the digits. This is finding out the sum of the digits. These two for loop are the only things that you need to know. And this is just knowing how many times this is occurring. Okay. And this is just adding A to Z on a single string. Like we have the whole A to Z in a single string. Other than this is fine. So now I will just stop the screen sharing and quickly let me know if you have any issues or not. Just quickly let me know. So I will just make this full screen. Just quickly see and tell me the line number at which point you are not understanding. Tell me the line number at which you are uncomfortable. Tell me the line number at which you are uncomfortable. Like why b minus instead of b minus 1 by 2? Because b minus 1 is not required. B minus 1 by 2 is what? B minus 1 by 2 is floor value. But by default, I said you, by default in C++, if you divide it by 2, it would return you an integer. Integer division is nothing but the floor value. Okay, so you can take it b minus 1. B minus 1 and b both would perform the same. But I did it so that you know that in C++ how the default thing works. I can easily do. If you do b minus 1, that would do the same thing. Just see. Use b minus 1 at this point also. And it would do the same thing. B minus 1. Okay. So let us see b minus 1. Just directly submit it. See, again an AC. Change it to whatever position you want, and that would be the same. B minus 1 by 2 and B by 2 is same in C++. Okay? Because it gives you the integer division. Can you explain again which one can you explain again? Because it's integer. Basically, see, I'm just telling you. So see, suppose 5 is an integer. Okay. Suppose the integer value of 5 is an integer and 2 is also an integer. So what C++ does is if you divide 5 by 2, then it would also return the value as integer. So even if the correct answer is 2.5, both were integers, so it would also return you an 2, which is an integer. Because 2.5 is not an integer, 2.5 is decimal. So in simple words, what I want to convey is जैसी करनी वैसी भरनी. So you do how you read. Okay, it's just like this. See, like giving an integer, getting out an integer, giving it a decimal, getting out a decimal. Very simple thing. Just remember this. If you divide decimal by decimal, suppose if you declare decimal a is equals to 5, and then decimal b is equals to 2, and then divide it. If you divide and assign it to a decimal, then you would get 2.5. But if you assign it to an integer, you would get 2. This is what it is. Am I clear? Okay. I'm clear. Ayush, am I clear to you? Just give me a quick yes or no in the chat. Just give me a quick yes or no in the chat. So I should be clear with this. Ayush, am I clear to you? Just give me a quick one. Okay, I think he has left it because only 3 viewers are there at the moment. Okay, so that was it from my side. If you have any concern or queries, feel free to ask them in the comment section. So if you're watching the stream in the offline or without the live stream, the recorded one, feel free to comment and like the video so the reach of this video could be increased. That's it for today. Thank you and have a nice day. Good night, everyone.